Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review on an eyeshadow palette by Smashbox, and it is called the Blue Eyes palette. And they have a couple different palettes like this, and this is called the Photo Up Eye Enhancing Palette for Blue Eyes. And this is what it looks like. The back of it is kind of neat because what it has is a little thing that pulls out and sticks back, and it tells you a way to do blue eyes that are soft neutral, and then how to do it and make it smoky. So this is the neutral side and this is the smoky side. So that's pretty cool if somebody's not sure how they want to use them or what the best way to use the colors are, things like that. I said something on the back of it. The colors themselves are very pretty. Oops, here, let me take it. It comes with a little brush. It's a brush on both sides, so that's pretty nice. But it's got the bottom one closest to the brush thing are all mattes, and then these ones are all shimmers. And I'll do, this is the color called, here, there's a little plastic thing that goes over it, Cream, and Shell, and Pewter. So Cream, Shell, and Pewter, which are really, really pretty. And I have Shell, oops, sorry, I gotta grab a towel. I have Shell on my lid, and Cream on my brow bone, and then this is called Custard, Sable, and Mocha, which are the mattes. And so then I have Sable in my outer corner, and then I blended it out with Custard, so up into the crease. So that is what I use this for. The only color that I kind of had to play with a little bit when I first got this was Pewter. I will say that one of the key things that I've noticed a lot is the colors are beautiful and creamy and soft, but they have a lot of fallout. So just make sure if you get one of these to tap it off really, really good before you put it onto your eyes. I personally am in love with every color except for the Pewter, and that's mostly because I've really got to work with Pewter. I have to play with it a lot to make grays work for me because they tend to oxidize and turn a little blue on me. So I've got to work with that one a little bit more. But I will say with the colors in this palette, it is a little bit easier to kind of blend it in and use the peach tones to make it not get as blue toned on me. The palette itself was $39. You can get it at Sephora.com or in a Sephora store, I'm assuming. I did look up, they have a blue eye and a brown eye. At first I was wondering why they didn't have a green eye, but I'm assuming that's probably because this one would work very well with someone with green eyes as well. One of the key things I would say is I wish that instead of the colors being on this little plastic thing, how they kind of wrote these up in the top. I wish they had written the colors in the palette because this is kind of a pain in the butt, as you saw, for me to keep going back and forth to find the colors. I think the brush is a nice touch. It seems to be a nice quality brush. I'm keeping it in there so if I ever take it with me, it's already there. I don't tend to take the brushes out because I use brushes I have every day, but I like to keep them in here in case I ever need them. It is a nice sturdy feeling palette. Has a good feel to it. It doesn't feel chintzy or cheap. I think that it really is a cool palette to have, especially if you're somebody with blue or green eyes and you're really, sorry, I've got an eyelash, and you're really looking for a palette that kind of has everything in it. And again, because it has shimmers and mattes, you can work with both of them together, and it really just gives you a really nice effect. And I didn't follow the little thing on the back. I just kind of did what works for me the most. So pigmentation on this, I think the pigmentation is really nice. It's a good 4 out of 5. The only problem I have with it is kind of the fallout. Texture, very, very creamy and soft, and feels really easy to work with, easy to apply. It doesn't have any issues other than the fallout, again, just to be careful. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5 for that too. Longevity, it stays on me all day. I never had any issues with that, but I always use some sort of primer. I have on my Michael Todd eye base today, eyeshadow base it's called. But it stayed on me fine, so good 4 out of 5. Application, it's easy to apply. I don't really find that much of an issue with applying eyeshadows normally anyway, so application's easy. It's like a 4 out of 5. Packaging, I think the packaging is very nice. It's a good solid packaging, nothing too crazy or flashy about it. The only downside is that it has that matte finish like some of the NARS stuff, and your fingerprints show up all over it, so that annoys me. So give it a 4 out of 5. Price $39, and you're getting 4 shadows that are already put together with a little brush and some explanations of how to use them. I think that's a decent price, so we'll say 4 out of 5 again. Product overall, I mean, pretty much sums it up. I would say this is a good 4 out of 5. I'm not like, oh my gosh, you have to run out and go get this. But I enjoy it, I like it, and I will continue to use it. And I think it gives me a nice result. And it's easy to grab for because everything's there with the shimmers and the mattes. So that is my review of the Smashbox Blue Eyes Photo Op Enhancing Palette. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.